What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Houston Astros versus New York Yankees Major League Baseball matchup going down Thursday, March 28th, 2024. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, including my daily $19 best bet, make sure that you head on over to Pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. But let's get to this one between the New York Yankees and the Houston Astros. What's actually quickly becoming a fairly decent matchup head to head between these two. And you had the New York Yankees finish the 2023 season 82-80 and finished fourth place in the National League East. And I'll tell you, it was a frustrating season for sure from from a Yankees perspective. And this was a Yankees team that's just not used to being sort of middling around in the lower end of the wild card race and of the AL East. This is a team that's used to playoff baseball, and they did not get it last year. Now they're just going to have to sort of pick it up and dust themselves off here. And I'm not going to lie to you, I thought Aaron Boone would probably be gone, from the Yankees, but instead they brought him back, and now they're making moves to sort of bolster that lineup. Guys like Alex Verdugo and Juan Soto were brought in. Juan Soto brought over from the Padres, as well as Trent Grisham as well. In the offseason, they brought Luke Weaver in to help that starting rotation. But like I've said before with the New York Yankees, going back to last year, even brought in Marcus Stroman as well. Starting pitching, has been the problem for this team. So maybe, just maybe, the addition of guys like Stroman and Weaver can help. You've got Garrett Cole leading the charge, and we'll talk about Nestor Cortez in a second. But, outside of that, for me, there's just not a whole lot. Carlos Rodon was not what you thought he was going to be last year. And, now it's going to be up to those guys to sort of show that last year was a bit of an aberration more than anything else. But like I said, now that we do see Nestor Cortez listed as the opening day starter for the New York Yankees, and Nestor Cortez, last year he was okay. I mean, he was I would say decent, 5-2, but a 4.97 ERA over 12 starts. And when you just split him, from home and away, Nestor Cortez was a pitcher that definitely had his struggles regardless of where he pitched, but he was slightly better at home. On the road through 5 starts, a 3-2 record, a 5.54 ERA, a 235 opponent batting average. Not bad, but now you're going up against a Houston lineup that was one of the best teams in terms of team OPS and isolated power against left-handed pitching last season. On the other side of the coin, we've got the Houston Astros, who are starting, the Joe Espada era now that, Dusty Baker rode off into the sunset. Last year was his final year, and now, it was, like I said, it's Espada's time to shine. And this is, a fairly strong Houston team that kept a lot of the same pieces in house. They extended Jose Altuve for 5 years in the offseason. The Astros did. They brought in Josh Hader to bolster that bullpen, especially after you find out that you're going to lose Kendall Graveman for the rest of the year after going through a procedure. But instead, it's sort of what the Astros do. They kind of just build, develop, and keep moving on. The train doesn't wait for anybody. The train's going to leave the station eventually. And I think that's what the Houston Astros prepared themselves for. They still got the core of their lineup intact. Guys like Jose Altuve, Alex Bregman, and Jose Abreu, Jeremy Pena make up a solid infield. John Singleton was a nice piece as well. In the outfield, Yordan Alvarez was a home run machine last year. Kyle Tucker's back, after pretty much leading the American League in a lot of batting categories last year. Chas McCormick. And then you look at the rotation, it's pretty much, a lot of the same pieces. Guys like Christian Javier, Framber Valdez, who we'll talk about in a second, Jose Urquidy, Justin Verlander. So pretty much the Houston Astros running it back, and that's a scary thing considering we know how good this Houston Astros team is year in and year out. And like I said, Framber Valdez will be getting the start here. Now, the lefty, he had a decent year himself last year, but Framber Valdez was also a pitcher that, struggled out as the season progressed. He started out the season really well, sub-3 ERAs in each of his first 3 months of the season. But then you look at just the splits of how he performed. Like I said, he started to wear down the stretch, and he actually pitched much better on the road. He was 8-3 with a 3.56 ERA on the road, but at home 4-8 with a 3.35 ERA. And to me, it just feels like this is a spot where we could see some runs here, because like I mentioned with the Astros hitting lefties well, the same can be said for the New York Yankees, who hit lefties well themselves last year. Top 5 in team OPS and isolated power. In isolated power, top 8 in team OPS. So I think there's going to be some runs scored here. I'm going to go with the over 8.5 between the Astros and the Yankees, and that's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium. While you're Pick Dawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business, and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. And while you're at our YouTube channel, make sure you have notifications turned on so you can be the first to be in the know when the newest content drops here at Pick Dawgz. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.